What's up, Vault Dwellers? Dan here. It's 1982. Arnold, he puts on a loincloth, swung a sword, and Conan the Barbarian made some serious money. Every producer on Earth immediately said, "Get me muscles, baby oil, and a sword." We grew up on this stuff. Friday nights at the video store, walking past those amazing fantasy covers. You know the ones. They had warriors, barely dressed women, and a few dragons. You'd rent 3 of them, grab a pizza, and it was the best weekend ever. All right, let's rank them. The Barbarians stars the Barbarian brothers, and they're actually twin bodybuilders, Peter and David Paul, and it's exactly as awesome as this sounds. 2 massive identical dudes with swords, they're fighting an evil queen, saving a kingdom. And they've got this weird comedy vibe thing going on. There's lots of muscle flexing, and the action's solid. And the guy who directed Cannibal Holocaust, he made this. That's career trajectory, my man. The Paul brothers, they're not great actors, but nobody cared. They looked incredible doing what they were paid to do. And they did their own stunts. And so you're just watching these 2 jack twins fight their way through an army. It was such good entertainment. The VHS cover had them, the guys are back to back with their weapons. And when you saw that, you knew you were in for a good time. This movie gets knocked for being too silly. But you know what? It's totally the charm here. I mean, not every Barbarian movie needs to be grim and serious. Sometimes you want ridiculous twins doing synchronized sword play. The late 80s were winding down, but the Barbarian still delivers the core appeal. Muscles, action, adventure, beautiful women, and zero pretension. This is what you call comfort food. Hundra is about a tribe of warrior women who live without men. Until barbarians attack. Yay! Hundra survives, goes on a revenge quest, but also needs to find a worthy man to continue her line. Lauren Landon plays Hundra, and she's legitimately impressive. I mean, she does her own stunts, she rides horses at full speed, and she handles the sword work herself. It's pretty crazy. I mean, this is interesting because it got to show a strong female lead, but it isn't new to her. I mean, she's beautiful and fierce, and the movie doesn't apologize for either. The action's better than most of these films. The horse stunts are just super dangerous looking, and Landon's doing them herself. It's awesome. There's plenty of nudity, don't you worry, because it is a Spanish exploitation. But it's not gratuitous, so it fits the warrior woman aesthetic. What works is Hundra's still feminine while being a warrior. She's not trying to be a man.
When I am with Pateray, we are as one. And men are not my opponents.
She's a woman who's just deadly with a sword, and the movie celebrates both of those aspects. And the climax, it involves her finding a man who's worthy of her, which modern audiences would hate, but made perfect sense back in '83. It's wish fulfillment for guys who wanted a beautiful warrior woman who's both fierce and feminine. Hundra delivers that fantasy without compromising.
You were made with me and make a child.
I did not see your head strike anything, and I'm sure mine is intact.
Get prince.
Red Sonja should have been absolutely amazing. I mean, you've got Arnold, who's basically still playing Conan. I mean, they called him something else because of, I guess, rights issues. You've got Bridget Nielsen as Sonja. She's 6 feet tall, red hair, and looks like she walked out of her Frank Thorne comic. I mean, they had a real budget. I mean, it should have been a slam dunk, right? But the problem is, it's boring. I mean, the action is flat, the pacing's super slow, and there's this annoying kid sidekick who just won't shut the hell up.
It is I, Prince Ton of Hoblock, to revenge myself on the tyrant of Birkabane.
Oh, be quiet, you arrogant, ungrateful pup.
Nielsen's trying, but the script, it really didn't give her much. And Arnold, I mean, he looks like he'd rather just be hanging out in the gym. The villain, Queen Gedrin, she just wants to rule the world with a magic talisman. You know, standard stuff, and just execute it without any energy. The appeal was supposed to be Sonja, who's, you know, Conan's equal. A warrior woman who could match him in battle. The comics, they did this really well. But the movie, it does not. She needs rescuing like just way too much.
Sonia, come on!
The chemistry between Arnold and Nielsen really isn't there. With this cast and this budget, this should have been like something epic. Instead, we got a Barbarian movie that pretty easy to forget. Still, Nielsen looks incredible in the costume. I mean, there are a few good action scenes. It's not terrible. It's just disappointing. When you've got Arnold Schwarzenegger at the peak of his powers, and he makes something like mediocre, that's almost worse than making pure trash. Ator, he's the sensitive barbarian, and I love this movie. Miles O'Keefe looks perfect. You know, long blonde hair, muscles, bare chest, and those sensitive eyes. He's like Fabio with a sword. And the plot's about him trying to marry his sister. Well, adoptive sister, but still. Getting told he can't, and then going on a quest to fight the evil Spider King. Oh, hey, and there's a giant spider puppet. Ator, I mean, he's got this pet bear cub that just wanders around doing bear cub things. There's some cave zombies, but the action's decent in this one. O'Keefe takes everything completely seriously, while the most ridiculous stuff happens around him. This thing played on cable like constantly. You'd be flipping through channels and then land on Ator, fighting the spider, and just stay there. It's got this like earnest quality where everyone involved, you're just trying to make a real epic fantasy, and the fact that they can't quite pull it off, it just makes this thing that much more charming. The women are gorgeous in this one. There's magic and monsters and lots of sword fights. It's everything these movies were supposed to be. It even spawned like 3 sequels, which tells you, I mean, it must have been hitting the right note. Sometimes you want ridiculous sincerity, and Ator delivers just that.
Ator, a curse on you.
Come quickly! Escape when you
You'll
can!
pay for this, Ator. I shall be avenged.
Conquest, made by Lucio Fulci, who was probably on drugs, was making a Barbarian movie. And this is just what we call beautiful chaos. It's about a young warrior with a magic bow that shoots frickin' laser beams and teams up with a savage muscle man to fight an evil sorceress. She wears a mask and pretty much nothing else. Well, I mean, except sometimes she wears a snake. And she rules through black magic and has prophetic dreams about these warriors killing her. This movie is just entirely covered in fog. The gore is really extreme. I mean, like, people get ripped apart, faces getting melted. There's just brutal deaths everywhere. And that sorcerer saying she is naked, like, constantly, because Fulci, he didn't believe in restraint. The plot makes barely any sense, and scenes don't connect logically. It's a nightmare you can't quite follow, but you also can't look away from. And that was the appeal. Fulci, he wasn't trying to make a Conan movie. He was trying to make a Fulci film that just happened to have barbarians in it. The atmosphere, it's incredible. Hazy and dreamlike and so unsettling. And the sorceress, she's like legitimately sexy in this otherworldly way. This movie, it's not for everyone. It's an art house exploitation. Beautiful, violent, and barely coherent. But if you're on Fulci's wavelength, it's also mesmerizing. I've watched it too many times, and I still discover new things. The imagery, it just burns into your brain. The mask, the fog, the laser bow, it's just all iconic. This is what happens when a master of atmosphere makes sword and sorcery, and it is so glorious.
Where is your friend? I have no friends. You lied! I will make you tell me! Angara Yoga!
The Throne of Fire is an Italian Conansploitation, just firing on every cylinder. It's about a warrior who's trying to stop an evil sorcerer from sacrificing a princess on the Throne of Fire to gain ultimate power. I mean, there's monsters, there's magic spells, a whole bunch of sword fights, a quest for a magic sword, then just everything you'd want out of a film like this. The effects, I mean, they're cheap, but they're used so well. The monsters are just clearly guys in rubber suits, but shot in a way that makes them look actually cool. The throne itself is probably half the cost of the budget of this movie because it's so elaborate. And the princess, I mean, she's beautiful, and she spends just the appropriate amount of time in danger.
Now she's Morak's prisoner. I must free her.
It will be difficult to get out of here.
But it will be harder still to find out where the princess is held, rescue her, and get away.
The sword fights, they're well choreographed, and the magic effects are creative given the budget limitations. This whole thing moves fast and delivers constant entertainment. The Throne of Fire is pure Saturday afternoon adventure, and I love it for that.
If I'm a traitor, it's your duty to kill me. Here, take this. My life is in your hands.
Stalker! Catch!
The third power.
Deathstalker is Roger Corman going to Argentina and making the sleaziest, most violent barbarian movie he possibly could. Rick Hill, he plays Deathstalker, and he's not a hero. He's more like a dangerous mercenary who just fights even worse people. The movie doesn't pretend he's a good guy, because he's not. He's just out for himself. The villain, he throws a tournament where these warriors have to fight to the death for power and glory. It's basically Enter the Dragon with swords and just a shitload of nudity. There's just beautiful women everywhere, brutal fight scenes, magic, betrayal, and everything is just frickin' cranked on the way up. This was staple late night cable. You'd be flipping through jails at 1 a.m., land on Deathstalker, and then suddenly it's like 3 a.m. and you're watching the credits. It's got this magnetic quality where you just can't look away from it. You know, Rick Hill's perfect. He looks the part, he handles the action, and he plays Deathstalker as an anti-hero that you root for anyways. It's exploitation through and through, but it's competent exploitation. Corman knew his audience and delivered. This spawned 3 sequels, and I would say the second one's actually really great. It drops the grim stuff and just becomes a comedy. But the first Deathstalker is just pure 80s sword and sorcery. No apologies, no compromise, just entertainment. Beastmaster. It's the one that got huge because of cable TV. Mark Singer, he plays Dar, and he's a warrior who can telepathically communicate with animals. He's got 2 ferrets who steal things for him. He's got a hawk for reconnaissance and a tiger for muscle. They help him fight an evil priest who sacrificed his father and took over his kingdom.
Kill him now.
The director, he also made the movie Phantasm. And Beastmaster, it's got that same dreamlike quality to it. The world feels lived in and strange. And the animals, they're actually like legitimately charming. Everybody loves the ferrets and their personality.
Ah, those are my thieves. This is Podo and Kodo. They steal just about anything they can get their hands on, as you can see.
Tanya Roberts, she's the love interest, and may I say looks incredible. And Rip Torn, he plays the villain. This thing played on like cable, you know, like HBO for like years, and it became a cultural phenomenon just entirely through cable reruns. Everyone saw this multiple times, whether they meant to or not. The ferrets, they were just iconic, and those bat people, they scared the shit out of the kids. Dar became this archetype for the nature warrior. This is comfort food cinema. I mean, you can put it on anytime and just get absorbed into it, because Beastmaster, it proved you could make a barbarian movie with soul, and that's why it's still beloved 40 years later. The Sword and the Sorcerer actually beat Conan to the theaters by like 2 weeks, so it's not a Conansploitation. But anyways, this stars Lee Horsley as Talon. He's a mercenary with the most amazing weapon like ever conceived. It's a 3-bladed sword that shoots blades like a crossbow. I mean, the moment you see that sword, you know this movie understands what guys want. The plot, it's classic revenge stuff. You know, evil sorcerer helps tyrant overthrow a kingdom. They kill the king, the prince escapes, and then years later, Talon returns as a mercenary to help the rebellion get revenge.
You did it.
What did you expect?
I owe you one, my friend.
No, your sister owes me. Now go before it's too late.
Richard Lynch, he plays Cromwell and just goes full theatrical villain here. The action in this thing's legitimately good. I mean, there's real stunt work, well choreographed sword fights, and really good practical effects. But that 3-bladed sword is just frickin' legendary. It's completely impractical, absolutely ridiculous, and I wanted one so bad as a kid. I mean, I still kinda do. It's the most 80s action movie weapon ever designed. The women, they're beautiful. Kathleen Beller, she plays a princess who's leading the rebellion, and she actually gets a real character here. She's not just eye candy. I mean, this thing's got magic, monsters, dungeons, torture, escapes, just everything. The whole thing moves at a great pace, it never drags, and it delivers constant entertainment. This was supposed to launch a franchise. They do tease a sequel at the end, but it just never happened. Sword and Sorcery proved that there was like this massive audience hungry for this stuff. This is the movie that opened the floodgates. It showed producers that there was real money in barbarian movies, and that's why the next year saw hundreds of them. The Warrior and the Sorcerer, it's number one because it's the best movie on this list. Not the best for like Conansploitation, it's just really, really good. David Carradine plays Cain, and he's a mysterious warrior who wanders, like normal, to a desert village that's controlled by two rival warlords. Carradine, I mean, he's perfect for this film. He's got that quiet, dangerous presence, and he moves like a fighter. And the action, it's just so well choreographed. The world feels lived in and strange, and the creatures they use and the effects, they're super decent. This film's really got great craft here. Yes, I know, there's a four-breasted dancer because Roger Corman, he was producing and he just couldn't help himself. Everything else is surprisingly well made. The women, they're beautiful, but they do get real characters, and the violence is brutal, but not like sadistic. The sword fights in this one are excellent. I mean, you can really tell Carradine trained for this. He moves like someone who just knows what he's doing. The finale where he takes on both warlord forces, it's legitimately exciting. The budget's low, but spent well. I mean, they shot this in locations that look alien and harsh, and it so adds to the atmosphere. This is what happens when talented people, they take a B-movie concept seriously. You get something that's both exploitation and art. Something that delivers the fantasy wish while also being a well-made film. I mean, that's kind of rare. And that's why The Warrior and Sorceress, it's the king of Conansploitation.
What are you doing? I thought you were my friend! Friend? Slavers have no friends!
These films have everything we loved about the 80s. Practical effects, real stunt work, beautiful women who looked like fantasy art, and heroes who solved problems with swords, and had zero apologies for any of it. These movies were made for us, and they delivered. Let me know if you have any other movies that you think should be on a follow-up video, but until then, keep it weird, folks.
How's the food around here?
Who are you? We have no weapons. Besides, no one is strong enough to oppose Kadar.
Are you kidding? Oh, look at us. We're huge.